Alright, so we're going to be going over a machine that doesn't charge today. Let's go over some of the reasons that this will not charge. I'm not going to be going over the schematic because, frankly, that slows me down and it's also starting to get boring. I know exactly how this thing is put together. I don't need to see it on the screen every single video. So if you're confused about how the one-wire circuit works, please watch a one-wire circuit video because I am not going over that stuff every single time as if it's a new concept. So we have a lot of videos in this channel dedicated to it. So I wonder why the one-wire circuit does not work on this MacBook Air. Wonder what those pins are for. Oh, we're in black and white. I have to restart the computer. Much better now. This is what I wanted to look at. This is pretty. Okay, so, I wonder why my one-wire circuit is not working the way that it's supposed to. Can anybody guess? Anybody at all? Wow, this new capture card kicks the crap out of the old one. Dude, I don't remember this looking this good before. This looks amazing. Alrighty. So it's probably SMC, BC, ACOK, sys one wire, and PP3V42 in no specific order that are messed with. This is where this Hacko FM2032 micro pencil with a T30-KN, that's T30-KN tip comes in very handy because I can use it as a fine point up here, but since it has a large blade, I also get a lot of thermal mass. So let's say I want to touch the pad and the pin at the same time, I can do that. The really thin tips that this thing has are totally fucking worthless to me because I can't do shit with them. Alright. Let's look at the DC inboard and a little bit of shit over there. Let's make that look better. Yeah, I figured out the only way that these videos make sense anymore is if I just stop including every single step of it. So there are just going to be some videos where if you want to understand everything, you're just going to have to go back to the backlog. And what I'll do to make it simple is I'll say it so that you understand. So you don't start watching the video and go, why don't I get any of this? You know, I'll tell you, look through my one-wire circuit videos or look through my buck converter videos to understand this thing. Because again, there's only so many times I can explain like what current sensing or what a buck converter or what a clock circuit or any of this stuff is before it's just boring. I mean, really, who wants to repeat themselves over and over again? You know, it's one of the reasons that people get tired of doing consumer electronics, you know. How many times do you want to explain to somebody that, yes, when you drop it, that causes shock. A shock to your screen will also be a shock to your drive, and blah-de-blah-de-blah, like, you know. It gets boring after a while. Same shit over and over again. Ugh. Oh, we're just gonna keep scraping away at the soot. Trying to scrape the pin as well as the pad. Also scraping the trace a little, which is totally okay by me. I don't care about that. And somebody walks in who looks like they are a waste of time. I'm at a point where I can kind of sense when something's a waste of time. Like, I'm standing 70 feet away and I look over and something tells me that you're going to pull out an iPhone 2G and ask me to replace the battery on it. I was close. iPhone 3G. Not 3GS, 3G. It turns on and off intermittently. Will you... Like, there's two things there that are like, A, you're asking me to fix an iPhone 3G. Get the fuck out of here. Like, so you have an expectation that this thing actually reliably work when I'm done. That the back case does not crack, that your screen does not stop working, that the processor doesn't die. The back case is cracked on every single iPhone 3G in existence at this point. But also, like you the self-diagnosis thing at the same time. Like you want me to replace the battery, which is code for I want this to be $20, which is code for I want this to be $20, and I will scream at you if anything doesn't work after you do what I ask you to. Another great phone call. I have a 2011 MacBook, and I'm having issues with the screen where the picture looks funny. And I go, Apple will fix that for free. They replace your board. And he goes, no, you don't understand. I don't have a board issue. I see lines on the screen, and then it freezes. And then I say, yes, that is what they will do. They will fix it. And he goes, are you Apple authorized? And I go, no. And he's like, oh, I want to deal with Apple authorized only. And it's like, motherfucker, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you to do. But usually I give a sales pitch at that point about, why Apple authorized doesn't matter and blah, blah, blah. And in this case, it's like, no. And I said no because I knew that would just make him go away. Generic customer service is such a killer sometimes. It's just, I miss having a weekend person. I had a weekend person that actually, one of the last straws for me was this person came in for data recovery. They came in for data recovery on their machine, and they needed to bring something for us to copy the data to. So we tell them, bring us something to put the data on. And they bring us a DVD player from the late 90s. And this employee actually took the DVD player from the late 90s and never told them that we can't transfer data to that. So we called them and, used in the most polite way possible to explain how they're an idiot, very politely. And they say, well, why didn't you tell me while I was in the store that wouldn't work? And I was honest. I said, no, because the person that you talked to was an idiot. And they said, well, why'd you hire an idiot? And I go, I don't know. And one day they didn't show up to work, and it was like, goodbye. Because that's the thing. I mean, it's impossible to find good weekend help. Because the thing about weekend people is that, or weekend help is that you're part-time. So anybody who's good at something is going to want full-time. And if you're, the people who will work part-time doing this are usually the people that nobody else really wants. So that's that. That's like, I'm not paying you to show up here because I think you're great at your job. I'm not asking you to come here because I think you'll deal with all the customer issues or because you'll fix anything. My expectation of you is that you will be a warm body that opens the key, opens the lock on the bottom of the door, lets people in, gives people back their stuff when they come to pay for it, so that for 2 days a week I don't have to show up to work. Maybe I can work 5 days instead of 7. But no, you have to be an idiot. I would have dealt with an idiot, but like an idiot that doesn't show up to work. No. You're killing me. Go away. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Found it. Do you charge? You do not. Okay. This thing's blocking my face. These are all the things you have to consider when you have the world's smallest, shittiest office. Alright. God bless New York. Okay, what do I get? PP3V42 is 3.4 volts. PP-G3 HUD is 8.5 volts. No green light in the charger means something is still wrong with the one-wire circuit. Big fucking surprise there. Not at all. I would be surprised if the one-wire circuit worked with the shitty circuit rework that I just did. So, first things first, am I using a working DCN cable? This looks like... Yeah, this looks like it should be a fine DCN cable. Let's try a different one just to make sure. Okay, so this here is the DC in board. Now, again, watch one-wire circuit videos before you watch this one. This is not a video that is intended for newbies to the channel. But do you see anything that looks familiar? If you're familiar with the one-wire circuit on older boards, does anything look familiar here? If you're looking at that, what you should notice is that U6900 and U6901 on the older boards is the exact same U6900 and U691 on this DCN board. They use the same charger, they use the same one-wire circuit. Well, not the same. Actually, yeah, they do. For several years, they do. So yeah, it's pretty much the same shit. So let's replace the one-wire circuit components in the DCN board. This is how you know that I'm becoming a cheapskate. Like, I'm fixing a fucking DCN board. I mean, this is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. I shouldn't even be filming this. Yeah, it's truly impossible to get anything done on the weekend. Truly. So I did something that I shouldn't do, that I usually never actually do. So what I did was, somebody had a board where the only issue with the board was the backlight fuse. So I did this thing where I replaced it and I said, tell me what you think this is worth. They left $3.80 in the tip jar. Yeah, this is why I don't have a no backlight discount. $3.86. People. I have to get tweezers as well. I left my tweezers up there. Fuck. Last random act of kindness for me. I can be a people person for a very short period of time and like, charm and be nice and explain things, but it doesn't last. Like, that's the thing with Steve. Steve can do that for 8, 9 hours a day and just deal with like douche after douche after douche after douche, and he doesn't mind at all. But I can't do that. I can deal with it 2 or 3 times. Be really, really nice. Afterwards, it's just go away. There was one long-time student, well, not long-time, long-time customer for board repair that actually came to a tutoring session here the other day, and he was surprised to meet Steve because he thought that Steve was actually like my alter ego that deals with people, but that we're the same person. So many people think we're the same person. It really kills me. Like, you know, like one of us is from the Middle East. My parents are from Germany, Italy, etc. Yeah, go away, resistor. Shoo. You know, he has his hair combed back. I have my hair combed forward. I would wear dress shoes to work. He would wear sneakers. He's above 6 foot tall. I'm barely 5'7". I mean, and for some reason, everybody thinks we're the same person, and I don't understand it at all. Like, we couldn't be more exact opposite, but for some reason, everybody thinks we're the same person. It's hilarious. So what I've been doing when I deal with really, really, really above and beyond annoying people, when they ask me for my name, sometimes I'll say, Steve. I don't give them his hours as to when he's here, so that the next time they show up, they have to deal with him. And the thing is, since everybody for some stupid reason thinks we're the same damn person, I get away with it. They don't think that I'm punking them, when in fact I am punking them. You got punked, mofo. This is something L2 would do. I'm embarrassed to even be doing this on camera. I'm fixing a fucking DCN board instead of replacing it. I don't have the board holder. I guess I have that clamp over there, but that's on the other side of the table. I should just get the damn clamp. Alright, put the board in the clamp so I can do this properly. Okay, there we go. It's in the clamp. Oh, now I can flow that crap back into place. It's not going to move around. Still crooked. The components being crooked, the wires being crooked, all that, that's my trademark. That's how I know that I fixed this board. That's my warranty sticker. Everything I do is winds up coming out crooked. Okay. sure you're flowed. Make sure you're flowed. I also have to get that damn one-wire resistor. And another waste of time. That's somebody coming to pick up something that's not done because they said they received an email from us. So it was not done because it was dropped off about 20 minutes ago. So I decided to look at the email and see what the email said, because they said the email said it was done, and it was the email to say, "You have dropped something off with us." I swear, like this is Spidey sense. I mean, I can tell money from wastes of time from 70 feet from the door. Like I just look up and I know exactly how it's going to go. It's fucking Spidey sense. All right, so now we have a fixed DCN board. I can't believe I wasted my life fixing a board that's cost $15. That is the height of cheapness. That really is like that's what L2 would do. I shouldn't be doing this shit on camera. I referred somebody to L2 the other day. This guy is like, I have no backlight, and because of this, that, and the other, what would be the price? I give him the price, and he's like, yeah, I thought that would be. That's like 15 minutes of work, man. I'm looking at more like $100, and it's like, okay, go with L2. You know, it's that's why. But by the way, I don't answer most people who ask what is the price for certain things if the price is listed on the site, because usually what a request for a price quote is not a request for a quote. It's a request for a different quote. So, there are people who will think that that price on the website is for the rest of the world, but there's a special price for them because no, there isn't. Because I almost never answer price emails where they're good. They're always bad. Always bad. Yeah, I said you're welcome to send it to L2. I linked him to the eBay listing and everything. Check it out. Top-notch fucking service. And the thing is, you need to have an L2. Like, I mean, I used to really, really despise them, but you need to have, like, there has to be an option so that, like, in order for me to charge what I do for board repair and for my rate to make sense, there has to be somebody out there that is cheaper but is so bad at it that the world hates them. And it's because the world hates them that I'll be allowed to charge what I charge. So it's good. Like, people hate competitors, especially cheap competitors, but the good thing about it is that it differentiates you. And that being differentiated is very important. It would be nice to have a working damn computer, but differentiation, that is important as well. Oh, give me a like. Come on. Boo. What if my DCN cable is bad? What do you look like? You look good. You look like somebody fucked with you a little bit on the end, but still good, still something that can actually potentially work. I think that I just may have to replace the connector and that I can't be a lazy bum and try to get around replacing the connector on the board. So I think that's just what this is going to wind up coming down to. And that's why nothing is actually working the way it's supposed to. But just for kicks, let's see. I'm going to try a different DCN board and see if I have any results. Might as well narrow it down as best I can. Different DCN board, different DCN cable. Alright, so same DCN board, but different DCN board cable. And as you can see under the microscope, well, you can't see it because I have the light on. See that? That's cool. And this is the same DCN board that I replaced the one-wire components on. Same nasty shit. So that's that. So yeah, that cable that was on my desk actually does need to go in the garbage. See that? You see that cable? You see what I'm saying? Like, I remember Jessa and I having these constant disagreements over the saying, if it looks good, it is good. Like, you saw what that cable looked like. The anchor pins didn't look nice, but it looked like somebody had smashed it. But the rest of the pins look absolutely perfectly fine. And you have no light. You change the cable, same DC in board, I get a light. And that's that for today, so I hope you learned something.